Hi, welcome. This is a continuation of the main areas that have been tested in Kcpe over the years in social studies. Kindly watch part 1 if you haven't done so. This is a continuation. Welcome, I'm Teacher Samson. Number 61. The main reason for the migration of the plain Nilotes was the main reason for migration of plain Nilotes. Plain Nilotes were pastoralists, so they moved in search of pasture and water for their animals. The main reason for the migration of the plain Nilotes was to look for pasture and water for their animals. Number 62. The main problem facing multipurpose river projects in Kenya. The main problem facing multipurpose river projects in Africa is siltation of dams. Siltation of dams is the main problem. Number 63. Can you sing the song of Buganda Kingdom? If yes, let's start. Let us start. Buganda Kingdom, Lukiko Parliament, Katikiro Prime Minister, Omulamuzi Chief Justice, Omwanika Treasurer, Bataka Council of Elders, Muyasi Yami Commander, Gabunga Navy Commander, Kabaka Commander-in-Chief, the King. All right. Mwanawina Lewanika of the Lozi people collaborated with Mwanawina Lewanika of the Lozi people was a collaborator, so he collaborated with the Europeans. Number 65. In northern Nigeria, the British used the policy of indirect rule. They used the traditional rulers. Why? Because the area was very large for them to administer. They did not have enough administrators. Number 66. The main function of clan heads. The main function of clan heads was to settle disputes. That was the main function of the clan heads. Number 67. Road signs are divided into 3 categories. That is warning, informative, and regulatory. Warning signs that warn against, and information that give information, and regulatory that regulate the movement or the use of the road. Number 68. The equator passes through. Name the countries that are crossed by the equator in Africa. From the west side moving to the east, we have GCD UKS, that is Gabon, Congo, DRC, Uganda, Kenya, Somalia, crossed by the equator. Gabon, Congo, DRC, Uganda, Kenya, Somalia. Number 69. Group dam is the formula for this is Great Karas, Ruwenzori, Usambara, Pare, Danakil, Alps, Aberdare, and Mau. These are block mountains. Remember, block mountains were formed as a result of faulting and uplifting. Block mountains were formed as a result of faulting and uplifting. So they include Great Karas of southern Namibia, Ruwenzori of border of Uganda and DRC. We have Usambara of Tanzania. We also have Pare in Tanzania, Danakil Alps in Ethiopia, Aberdares in Kenya, and the Mau Ridges in Kenya. Please note, Aberdares is on the eastern side of Rift Valley and Mau on the western side of Rift Valley. Number 70. Number 70. Amabuga is the formula for countries crossed by prime meridian. Amabuga is the formula for countries crossed by the prime meridian. A from the top, from the northern side, going down. A for Algeria, then Mali, then Burkina Faso, then Ghana. These are the countries that are crossed by prime meridian. Where Mauma Aliye is the formula for countries crossed by the Tropic of Cancer, 23.5 degrees north. Where for Western Sahara, Mau for Mauritania, not Mauritius. Mauritius is on the eastern side, and Mauritius is an island. So Mau is Mauritania. Then Ma for Mali, then Algeria, then Libya, and Egypt. Where Mauma Aliye. These are the countries that are crossed by Tropic of Cancer. We go number 70. Man-made lakes. Man-made lakes. Man-made lakes are usually formed behind a dam. Man-made lakes are formed behind a dam. For example, we have Lake Pangani, Lake Nasa, Lake Kariba. I have this song here. Nasadamo River Nile, Ingadamo River Congo, Kajidamo River Niger, Volta River Volta, Kariba River Zambezi, Matinga River Tana, Vawedam River Ore, Kaborabasa River Zambezi, Nyumba ya Mungu Pangani, are them man-made lakes in Africa. Man-made lakes, let's sing again. Nasadamo River Nile, Ingadamo River Congo, Kajidamo River Niger, Volta River Volta, Kariba River Zambezi, Masinga River Tana, Vowendam River Orange, Kaborabasa River Zambezi, Nyumba ya Mungu Pangani, are the man-made lakes in Africa. All right. Number 72. The original homeland of the Bantus. The original homeland of the Bantus was Congo forest near Congo-Cameroon border. Bantus came from Congo forest near Congo-Cameroon border. Remember, the dispersal point of the Bantus was Shungwaya. Shungwaya, the dispersal point of Eastern Bantus was Shungwaya, where they divided into coastal Bantus, the Mijikenda, and Pokoma and Taita, Nataveta, and also the central Bantus, Agikuyu, Ameru, Ambere, among others. The Cushites came from Horn of Africa. They entered Eastern Africa through Somalia. They were pastoralists. We have Eastern Cushites and Southern Cushites. The most recent form of interaction in the world nowadays is of people in the world nowadays is internet through social media, WhatsApp, Facebook, YouTube. We also have TikTok, among others. Number 75. Limuru is cooler than Mombasa. Why? Because Limuru is at a higher altitude than Mombasa. We say the higher you go, the cooler it becomes. The lower you go, the hotter it gets. So Limuru is at a higher altitude than Mombasa. That's why Limuru is cooler than Mombasa. Number 76, Said transferred his capital from Oman to, Said transferred his capital from Oman to, the correct answer should be Zanzibar. To Zanzibar. That's where he transferred his capital. Question or work or homework for you to do. Find out why Said transferred his capital from Oman to Zanzibar. Number 76. Number 77. 76, we have said Said transferred his capital from Oman to Zanzibar. Number 77. Hygrometer. Hygrometer is used to measure. Hygrometer is used to measure. The correct answer should be humidity, or the amount of water vapor in the atmosphere. Number 78. Barometer. Barometer. Barometer is used to measure. Barometer is used to measure atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure. Number 79. The main reason for the formation of EAC, East African Community, Jumuiya ya Afrika Mashariki, the main reason for the formation of EAC was to widen cooperation among the partner states. To widen cooperation among partner states. Number 80. EAC collapsed in the year. EAC collapsed in the year 1977. 1977. Number 81. EAC collapsed due to, EAC collapsed due to, the answer is disagreements between member states. EAC collapsed due to disagreements between member states. Number 82. Number 82. Who is the government's legal advisor? Who is the government's legal advisor or consultant? The answer should be the Attorney General. The Attorney General. The Attorney General is the government's legal advisor. Number 83. Name two types of democracy. We have two types of democracy practiced in Kenya. We have direct democracy, which is also called participatory democracy, and indirect democracy, which is also called representative democracy. We have two types of democracy in Kenya, that is direct democracy, which is also participatory democracy. When we participate in general election, when we are choosing our leaders, when we are practicing the election, when we are doing it, even in classrooms, when you are choosing the prefect, when that choice, when you are choosing, you are participating in the democracy. So that is direct democracy. But when you choose those leaders and go to represent your views at the parliament, that is indirect democracy. When they are representing you, is representative. So it is indirect democracy. Thank you. Number 84. Number 84. Petroleum. Petroleum is mined using drilling method. Petroleum is mined through drilling method. Number 85. Sand is mined through scooping method. Sand is scooped. It's scooped because it appears at the top of the surface of the earth. Number 86. Number 86. Soda ash. Soda ash is mined through. Soda ash, number 86. Soda ash is mined through. The answer should be drenching method. Number 87. The machine used to mine soda ash is called, the machine used to mine soda ash is called a dredger. It's called a dredger. Number 88. Which arm of the government makes and amends laws? Which arm of the government makes and amends laws? The answer should be legislature, which is headed by the speaker. It usually have 350 members, National Assembly, and 67 members in the Senate. Number 89. Which arm of the government implements government policies? Which arm of the government implements government policies? The answer should be the executive arm of the government. It is headed by the president, who is the head of the state. The president, who is the head of the state. Its members are cabinet secretaries, principal secretaries, and all the civil servants. It is headed by the president. Number 90. Which arm of the government interprets the law? Which arm of the government interprets the law? The answer should be judiciary. The judiciary, which is headed by the Chief Justice. Judiciary headed by the Chief Justice. Number 91. The main factor to consider when setting up a bakery. The main factor to consider when setting up a bakery is market. We require market. When you are setting up a bakery, you just need, the main factor to consider is market. Number 92. The main problem affecting Juakali industry. The main problem affecting Juakali industry is, the answer should be lack of capital. Lack of capital. We know that Juakali industries, the main reason why they are started is to generate job or to create job opportunity. So to create employment. So if you do not have capital to start, then that's the main or the largest challenge you face. Number 93. GAC, German East African Company, was founded by Karl Peters. To increase trade. Karl Peters was a trader. Number 94. Alua, Anak, and Luo are examples of river lake nilotes. Alua, Anak, Luo are examples of river lake nilotes, among others. Number 95. The policy of administration used by the Belgians to administer their colony in Congo, in DRC Congo, was, the policy of administration used by the Belgians to administer DRC was direct rule. Though later they adopted paternalism, which was very brutal to the Africans. Number 96. The main function of the prisons department. The main function of prisons department is to rehabilitate criminals. The main function of the prisons department is to rehabilitate criminals. Number 97. For one to become the Speaker of the National Assembly, he or she is elected by members of the National Assembly. For one to become the Speaker of the National Assembly, he or she is elected by the members of National Assembly. Number 98. The best way of controlling drugs and substance abuse is, educating drug abusers about its dangers. The answer should be educating drug abusers about its dangers. Number 99, the headquarters of World Bank are in, the headquarters of World Bank are in Washington, D.C. There is a song we sing here. World Bank, Washington, UNICEF, New York, UNHCR, Geneva in Switzerland, UNEP, Gigiri, found in Nairobi, UNESCO, Paris, Forum in Italy. Who? Geneva. Who? Geneva. All right. Number 100. The main reason for rural to rural migration is search for farming land. Search for farming land. The main reason for rural to rural migration is search for farming land. Number 101. The revolution of the earth causes seasons, different seasons. The revolution of the earth causes seasons due to, the answer should be changes of the position of the overhead sun. The revolution of the earth causes seasons due to changes of the position of the overhead sun. Number 102, multi-party democracy. Multi-party democracy was introduced in Kenya through multi-party democracy was introduced in Kenya through, the answer should be repealing of Section 2A of the Constitution in 1991. To repeal is to invalidate, to remove, to scrap it out. Multi-party democracy was introduced in Kenya through repealing of Section 2A of Constitution in 1991 to allow multi-party democracy. When Section 2A was added in the Constitution, Section 2A was added in the Constitution in 1982, Kenya became the answer should be one-party state. Section 2A was added in the Constitution and made Kenya a one-party state. Number 104. In Kenya, a bill becomes a law. In Kenya, a bill becomes a law after it has got the assent of. In Kenya, a bill becomes a law after it has got the assent of. The answer should be the president. After it has got the assent of the president, who is the commander-in-chief, the head of the state, and the head of executive arm of the government. Last but not the least, number 105. A short statement that motivates learners and teachers to work hard in a school. A short statement that motivates learners and teachers to work hard in a school is, the answer should be school motto. The answer should be school motto.